Yo, call me a Spindash where I'm rolling on top of you. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Gamescapes. Today, and only today, we are here to talk about something very exciting, something I'm so happy about, and that is Sonic Frontiers update to the Birthday Bash update launch on Sonic's birthday, and what a celebration it was. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing all the content in it, the time I spent with it, and of course, if you enjoy this and more content, subscribe to your boy and let me know what else you'd like to see. So Sonic Frontiers, the gift that keeps on giving, and the game that I think keeps on getting better, because Sonic Frontiers Update 2 not only added a really cool set of new, features, but it also made the game objectively better. And that we have to start with talking about the quote-unquote momentum added to the game. So now when you go into the settings menu, there is a slider for deceleration for your jump and, your roll down. So basically what this means is it's sort of like a meter that, you put it all the way down or however you want to have it, so that when you're, doing a boost in the air with a jump or you're going downwards, that Sonic, keeps that speed, or, let's call it doesn't have that weight to it stuck to it. It's weirder to explain than it is to realize, but you'll notice it when you start playing. I mean, try to do a jump boost in the air and you are going to go flying way farther, right? Try rolling down a hill, you're going to start rolling way more. And I just love in general this, because it is basically momentum added to the game, which people have won forever. And I know, it's not technically exactly full momentum like people want it, but in a lot of ways it is, man. You could just like jump through these islands and the movement feels insane. Now when you jump off a ground rail, you go flying way more. When you do, there's even these cool little other things they changed where you can remove the dynamic camera in combat. That way combat flows a bit better. You don't have to go into these cutscenes every time you do a move. It just sort of like keeps the camera the way it is in the game, and that again keeps the game dynamic and fun. So with that and the deceleration, it's like this is such a big deal. I mean, this is our first Sonic game where it's a mix of like the boost formula and also what's called the momentum based platform that people have wanted forever. It's like a marriage of the two that I think works so well. But you can definitely tell again that this game wasn't designed for it, because yes, it's fun to be in the air, super high up for crazy amounts of time, right? But you can tell obviously because of how the game is, the pop in or stuff, like environments not necessarily fully being, attuned to that, where there's a lot of sky areas. It's definitely, weird, but it's fun, man. It's so I almost wish I could delete my memory of this game in my mind. Obviously I could delete the memory in the game and sort of restart it with these options, but there's also incentive to restart the game because they finally added New Game Plus. Now I haven't actually started too much in New Game Plus, but to unlock it you have to beat the end, and once you get New Game Plus you can start the game again with all your stats, including the Spin Dash. Now, I'll get to the Spin Dash later in the video because it's obviously part of the updates, but let's get into the update part. So the first one is the Sonic's birthday, which was, highlighted. Like, it's so funny with update 2, this was the most like, is this update just gonna be ass? But oh my god, do I adore it. So Sonic's birthday, let's start with that. It is an aesthetic change to the game. So there's this filter that goes around you. Sonic's got these birthday glasses, a birthday hat. The other characters wear birthday costumes in costumes in cutscenes. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. They've got these costumes in the cutscenes. It's just a cute aesthetic change. The Cocos look different. It's fun, and the springs look like cupcakes. The sky has rings and Sonic's face on it. It has a vibe to it, and even like there's new music added to the game. There's advanced music. There's a bunch of songs that come into one that is part of the update too, and I really like it, man. It's a fun aesthetic look to the game. It's not annoying. Like even when you kill enemies, there's like birthday confetti that pops out of them. Like I feel like it's a fun filter that I haven't found myself turning off at all yet. I feel like eventually I will turn it off just because it's a lot on the UI, but I like Sonic's costume. I like the look of things, and I like it. I think it's a fun little thing. It's definitely, the thing that matters least in the update. Again, like I said, I think eventually when you turn it off, you're probably never going to turn it back on, but it's fun. It's a good vibe. Like I said, it's for Sonic's birthday. And you know what? Turn it on every year when you want it. Do what you got to do. I like Sonic's birthday. Now, next up, we have to talk about the other thing that was promised in this, which were new island challenges. And man, these challenges kicked your ass, because these were little, basically, challenges that you have on the island that require you to actually explore the islands, do cool things in order to S rank them. So the way they work is, like I said, they're spread across the island. They have a new logo on them, and you do them and you're trying to get an S rank. Now, to get an S rank, you need to up your combo meter, and then you need to fight enemies, you need to grind rail, you need to run around. Like, you basically need to mess with the environment, and this addition to me is fucking phenomenal. I love this addition so much because, again, it forces you to learn the area. You know, like now, like whenever I've been crossing these islands, like I'm memorizing places more. I'm trying to do more fun dynamic tricks with Sonic. The best way to cheese it, I think, by the way, to get to S rank is enemies. You know, always try to go fight enemies because they give you the most points. But there's a lot of little ways to get a lot of points. You know, you can do stomps to get points. You can go on grind rails to get points. You can do tricks in the air. But as long as you are moving, keeping it dynamic and fun, you are being rewarded. And I'm happy with it. Now, every island has 10 of these. Did I need 10 of these per island? Probably not. I feel like a good 5 to 7 would have been fun. But I feel like, you know, they were just like, you know what, might as well just give them more to do. And I think that way you have different starting points and you explore different parts of the island. So overall, man, this idea is genius. But the reward you get for it is 10 times better because, yes, for S ranking, every single action challenge that's available on every island, you unlock the spin dash. And oh my god, I cannot begin to tell you the spin dash, what the fuck they cooked here, because this is insane. I am like so beyond happy with this because, man, when you originally told me they were adding a spin dash, you know, I just thought, okay, am I really ever gonna use it? I'm gonna spin, move, and that's it. But oh my god, was I wrong. The spin dash is almost its own character in this game. You could stay in the spin dash maneuver the whole time like you could in Adventure, you know, spamming L2 to stay in it. You can go flying in the air, especially when you have the deceleration. You get an extra jump when you're in the spin dash. Like you can literally spin dash, get a jump, get a second jump, do a third jump, boost forward as Sonic, and just keep going. And it is so satisfying, man. And it literally, and I mean literally, changes how you play cyberspace levels forever, bro. I'm telling you, dude, the 2D levels in cyberspace are objectively better because of the spin dash. The 3D ones, you could do so many cool maneuvers. Even again, like in the environments in the main islands, you could do these like drifts with the spin dash. It's like, it's so good, man. It's so satisfying. And like, I don't know how they did it, but it feels phenomenal. I now feel like Sonic's moveset is like my favorite. I can't see a game where Sonic's moveset is more fun for me. You know, you could even do like jump, you know, jump downwards into a spin dash. Like, it's like, there's so many ways to maneuver into it to the point where you almost don't even want to use the boost anymore. You just want to spin dash because it does act like a boost too, but it's just, I cannot preface how happy I am with it. Like, the action challenges are difficult, they're fun, and then your reward for them are a thing you think is like, okay, cool, but changes how you play it and almost warrants a new game plus, because I feel like exploring islands will be way better. I mean, Chaos Island, which is notorious for, you know, getting from point A to point B, is so much simpler when you have a crazy spin dash where when you go upwards on a slope, you're so high in the air, you do a jump into another jump and continue on. So I'm like, I cannot believe how cool this is. I'm so happy, and it changes the game genuinely forever. The last one, which is funny, the one that no one had any expectations for, were the new Koco. It was promised that we were gonna get a new Koco, and everyone was so confused. We were like, what does this mean? Like, is it like we just go around the islands, we get them, and maybe we get a new power? Is it like, you know, just a new collectible for fun? Like, what's going on here? But instead, they turn into new challenges on the island. In fact, new platforming challenges, which again is a big deal because it's more things to do on the island and more stuff that they've added, right? So basically the way it works is when you go around that orange spot, right, you're able to look around you to find some kind of, you know, platform or rail or something, and you can start a challenge, right? And typically these challenges vary a lot. You know, some of them are wall climbing, which that one was hell. There's one that's like awful puzzle in Kronos Island, but the rest of them are super fun. You know, they go from you going on grind rails to jumping on springs to diving from the sky to, you know, going to these, you know, doing extra boosts in the air. And like, there's so many of these Koco challenges that I thought were so fun and interesting, and I'm so happy they're in the game again. It is really cool that this is just more to do on the island, because again, I feel like now if you start this game for the first time or even a new game plus, I feel like you're just welcomed with so much more to do, you know, and there was already a lot to do, I felt like, in the base game, but just like more activities, more things to do. And basically, once you get all of them, right, the reward for basically getting all of them on an island is you get an extra meter on your boost meter. So it's kind of like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, where you can get extra meters on your climbing, but it applies to the boost meter. So now you have like 3-4 meters you can get for doing all of them. And like I said, they're fun. You know, they're nothing forced. You don't have to do them all, but they're a fun addition. There are more stuff to do on the island, and it was way more than I thought it would be. And also they have cute little costumes. They've got like crowns. One of them has Excalibur, you know, from Sonic and the Black Knight. Some of them have little goggles. Like, they're very cute. They're very dynamic, and I'm happy with them. I cannot express how much better I thought, you know, this ended up being than I thought it was gonna be. They had something else also, which is like an extended island completion. So like it shows you like these gold bars for every part of the island, getting all the memory tokens, doing all the challenges and everything. And I actually really like this, especially with the new movement options in the game. I'm just enjoying running around the environment and doing shit, you know. So even if some of, you know, the memory tokens are in stupidly obscure locations, finding everything is very fun. And apparently when you get everything, you get a picture, well, not a picture, you get a costume of Sonic with a crown. So I guess it's just a flex. It's not a crazy skin, but it's a cool flex. Now I want to address the elephant in the room that I'm not going to show anything or talk about really, which is the leaks. Update 3 basically had a shit ton of files in the game, you know, the big story DLC, and it's been going around. Now I'm not going to cover it because enough people are, you know, upset about that and don't want to spread, but just know that that exists, and that in a good way, it's exciting. From what has been, you know, out there is, I feel like we should be excited. And honestly, we should be excited based on what we have here, because man, like I said, from when this game launched to now, like we are now half a year, you know, since the game came out. The game is so much better, you know, having stuff like, you know, the island challenges, having stuff like added momentum, having stuff like the Spindash, these island challenges, it just the jukebox editions. Also, yeah, there's new songs you can get on the islands, but they are all just the different island motifs, which it's cool if you want to, you know, go on a different island and just get different songs. But yeah, they've added stuff in there, and I just feel like this game is so much better now, you know, for it's more content filled than everything. And now I feel like all they need to do is have the story DLC be fire, as well as fixing the ending of the game, which I feel like that's going to be a big part of the, you know, final update of the game. But yeah, those are all the updates added to Sonic Frontiers Update 2. I cannot express just how much I love it, how much I continue to love this game, and how much better it is becoming over time. So guys, thank you all for watching. Let me know what your favorite part of this update was, and of course, I'll see you all next time. Peace out.